What's up, Sparkman family? It's your boy Sparkman, and welcome back to another video. Today, we're discussing the 2025 Megatins and whether or not it's worth it to pick up singles or whether or not it's worth it to pick up the product. Now, before we get to all that and so much more, I do have to give the reminder that we are doing an entire case giveaway of the 2025 Megatins, so make sure you go check it out. It's a few videos ago. It says Mega Giveaway. You cannot miss it. I'll leave it pinned in the comment section down below. All you gotta do in that video is subscribe, like, and comment. And again, it's for one lucky winner. It's free to enter. 12 tins. We're picking a winner at the end of August, so make sure to go check it out. Now, let's talk about these 2025 Megatins, because a lot of people have been asking me the question whether or not they should pick up singles or the product. And I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I'm not going to make you wait, to the end of the video for this. I'm just telling you off the bat, pick up singles, all right? Pick up singles. It's definitely worth picking up singles versus the product, because if you pick up a case of the tins, you're not even guaranteed pulling the card you need in that secret rare slot, let alone if you're looking for a starlight rare as well. I think both slots are going to be hard to get the cards you want. I think the secret rare slot itself is going to be even harder, so just keep that in mind as you're moving forward. The product is just not meant for you to win, and that's unfortunate to say because it's a reprint product, right? And that's why we're losing a lot of people in the card game, because they wait all season to get access to things they need, and what happens? They can't get access to it because the product that they designed, that Konami designed, is not pretty much for them. And it's supposed to be for them. That's the whole purpose of this product. It's supposed to be affordable. It's supposed to be easy access things, and it's not, because Konami decides to short print stuff, half print stuff, put certain, cards that were high in price into rarity slots that are very hard to get. And like I said, if you're looking for a playset of a card, especially in the secret rare slot, you're gonna have to buy like multiple cases. People think they can buy one case and they get things they need. No, everybody, you're gonna have to get multiple cases to get things you need, right? And that's not, also given the fact that you're not pulling doubles of certain cards. So just keep that in mind, right? Like it's very unfortunate what Konami has done to the Megatins, and it's supposed to be for budget players, supposed to be for those that can get access to things. And again, there's a lot of things wrong with the Megatins. It's not just that. The product model itself is just a whole mess. But for the recommendation of whether or not to buy the product or the singles, buy the singles. And you know what's even more unfortunate? I gotta talk about this because I think it's really, really like dumb. Is that we are increasing the price. I shouldn't say we. Konami is increasing the price of tins, and yet we're still having a hard time getting the cards we need. Right? If you're increasing the cost of the tins, I know the economy is part of it, that they have to do so in order to keep competitive or whatever it may be, what it is, to make some money. If you're going to increase the price of the product, at least make the cards that you're reprinting in a reprintable set accessible, because it also hurts the pockets of players that are trying to get the cards they need. And there are going to be a lot of people that still buy the product because they do want to open it up for fun, and it's still cool to open up. And I don't want to put like a damper on things. I think it's still a cool product in general for those that like opening stuff and see shiny cards and stuff like that. I think you're definitely going to enjoy this product, but it's just unfortunate because those that actually need access to certain things like Dominus Purge, Dominus Impulse, and all these other cards, it's going to be hard to come by, right? And again, these cards were very high in price in those sets, which, when we talk about Rage of the Abyss and all these other sets that, it was in already a secret rare slot, and then having to try to pull it again in a secret rare slot that's probably going to be hard to pull is super, super unfortunate. We don't know the set size. We don't know the ratios. We don't know any of these things, but what we're expecting, it's definitely not going to be in our favor, right? And, it's messed up. It's messed up. That's like the best way, I can describe it, because it's not fair to the players of this community that do want to, actually play the cards in their deck. And for the players that, can't afford the $100 cards, multiple versions of them, because sometimes you need a whole play set to actually use in your deck and you can't afford it, let alone one, right? So, it's very unfortunate what Konami is doing, what Yu-Gi-Oh is doing, and, what they try to do is short print stuff and get things really hard to get accessible even in a reprintable product, because they want to utilize it in another set, right? They want to use Dominus Impulse and Dominus Purge in another set in the future, so that we still have some value in it, and people, can get access to it in the set, but we'll look to another set in the future to try to get access to it in that one, right? And then they'll keep reprinting until it's pretty much dead in the water and it's like $1, $2 card until it gets there. But I don't think it's going to get there with these tins, especially. I think it's still going to be a high price point card. I think it's still going to hover around about $13, $15. And, we look at it, and it's definitely cheaper than like a $80 card, and, we can agree on that. But keep in mind, it's supposed to be even more accessible than that. Like, in all honesty, it's supposed to be more accessible than that. And that's me being actually nice, saying that it might be like a $10, $15 card. It could be much more than that, right? Because again, we don't know the set size, we don't know the ratios, we don't know any of those things. So I'm trying to be generous with what I say here, and give Konami the benefit of the doubt here. But again, at the same time, in regard, I don't think it's going to be that price, and I don't think it's going to be that easy to pull as well. So I think the price on those cards are going to be very high. But at the same time, it's going to be easier just to buy the cards you need versus then trying to pull it as well. So like, I know it's technically a lose-lose situation for the most part, but it's more of a win situation just getting the card you need right off the bat from buying singles. I don't recommend buying singles maybe that first week of the tins come out, because prices may be all over the place and fluctuate. And what we've seen from the past, at least with QCRs in the past, a lot of the QCRs went down in price really fast. And I'm expecting the same thing with the Starlight Rares, but those in the Secret Rare slot, I'm expecting it to fluctuate very in price. And we're going to cover all that on Market Watch when the time comes and we see all the reveals and see what happens in the ratios and all this fun stuff. We'll definitely cover all that and help you out as well. But, like I said, I make these videos to try to help you because I don't want you spending more than you have to. And especially for a lot of players that, are expecting to buy a lot of tins to hope the cards they want to pull and those tins are accessible to them. I just don't see that being the case. And it's very unfortunate. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but it just seems like that's going to be what it comes down to and what is going to happen in these tins. So again, I recommend buying singles. I think that's the better route to go. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. I would love to hear your opinions, your thoughts. Make sure to check out that giveaway, but I appreciate everyone checking out today's video and supporting me. As always, we're so close to 3K as well. That is just fantastic. I'm so appreciative. I cannot believe how much this channel is growing. It is so amazing. Thank you again, everyone, for your support. It means the world to me. We're doing big things on this channel, and I feel so happy to say that. The growth is continuous, and I love everyone commenting, liking the video, reach out to me on Instagram, us having conversations. I think it's a great thing to have conversations about Yu-Gi-Oh! And wanting it to succeed, right? And we can talk about negatives, we can talk about positives, we can talk about anything you want. Leave in the comments down below. Just don't be hateful. That's all I ask. But at the same time, it's great. It's great connecting with a lot of you in the community. I think it's very wonderful. And this is how I love making friends in Yu-Gi-Oh! As well. Whether it be positive or negative, we talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! And that's what we can agree on, which a game we love and appreciate and had a lot of history with as well. But yeah, like I said, that's about it. Thank you again for watching. We'll catch you next one. Please subscribe and comment, and peace out, YouTube.